In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use advanced if-then statements to create a login. Start by opening Microsoft Visual Basic 6.0. Create your standard exe. Add a button at the bottom. Actually, add two buttons. Add two texts. And add two labels next to those two texts. Now change label 1.caption to username. And label 2.caption to password. Change command 1.caption to login. Command 2 to exit. Change text 1.text to nothing, and change text 2.text to nothing. View the code. In the drop down menu, select command 1. And this is where we're going to begin. So if text1.text equals, remember this is our username, so we'll say our username is VB6beginners.com, since that's my website. I'll just say that's my username. Now we're going to use the AND function. And text2.text equals, this is going to be our password. We'll just call our password password. Then message box, welcome. In the quotation marks, put a comma, VB information. And for the title, put if, 3 dots, then. Else, message box, the username or password. Sorry, the username and or password is incorrect. Close the quotation marks, put a comma, type in VB critical, and then other quotation marks, and type in error. That's our title. Then end if, since we start on if statement. Go ahead and run the program, and we'll try it out right now. As the username, remember we said the username was VB6beginners.com, so type in VB6beginners.com. Make sure you include the capitals. And for the password, we just said password. As you can see, it worked, but let's change and type in let's type in anything for the password. As you can see, we got an error. Let's do the same thing again. As you can see, there's an error, and I misspelled VB critical. Okay, let's try it. That's what it should look like if you get that. But since most passwords don't show actually typing the password, we're going to click text 2, and where it says password character, we're just going to put a star, so like that. So now run your program again. Type in VB6beginners.com, and for the password, type in password. But as you see now, it's stars. It still works. Alright, but let's now say there's more than one user. So this is where we're going to write our next function, the OR function. And I'll explain this all when I'm done. So OR text1.text equals, for the other username, let's put esan15, which is mine, or text2 text2.text equals password2. Then, so this is what it's going to look like. You can use different usernames if you want. It doesn't really matter for this case. but try to use a few capitals so you can understand that it's case sensitive. So alright, so we have if text1.text equals VB6beginners.com. This is a username right here. So when they have to type that in the user text box, and text2.text equals password. So that means if both of these are true, that means if they typed in this for the username and they typed in this for the password, then you're gonna get the message box. Or so if they didn't do this, they didn't do those two, but they did these two, then you're gonna do the same thing. So if it's VB6beginners.com with the password, or if you use esan15 with the password and password2, you have to use one of those. That's just saying if there's maybe 2 users and not one. So remember, and make sure that there's two. Make sure that both of these are true, but or make sure that just at least one is true. And go ahead and change this or to and. It should be and. Okay. So look at the code again. If text1.text equals VB6beginners.com and text2.text equals password, or text1.text equals esan15 and text2.text equals password2. Okay. Now that will make the message box come up with welcome, VB information, and if then as title. But let's say if one of these wasn't true, or both of them weren't true out of one, then else. So if it wasn't, do this, saying the message box and then the username and password is incorrect. That's what it'll say with VB critical and the title error. Then you have to end if. So go ahead and run your program. Let's type in VB6beginners.com with the password. Make sure you capitalize everything, or just the P. As you can see, it came out true. Now let's type in password2. As you can see, it didn't work because text1.text was not esan15 if you had the password2. But now type in esan15. Now you can see it worked because it has esan15 and password2. So that means those both were true. So that's why it displayed the correct stuff. Now go back to your code, double click exit, and type in unload me or end, whatever one you like. So if you might want to use end or unload me, it's up to you. I use unload me. Go ahead and type in again, just test it. Password. I can see it work. Exit. This concludes the tutorial on how to use advanced if then statement. Please visit my site at www.vb6beginners.com.